I read somewhere that you always knew your lines whenever you had a job in the acting profession. I have tried to always know my lines. Inside the PMM, the permanent something module, I have tried to always know my lines. Something module. And what I'm scared most of is not knowing what to do next. You know, to be struck dumb on stage. Something module. And so I spent almost my entire adult life making sure that I knew my lines. Something module. Something module. Something module. Something module.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor who is fearful of the audience, but as long as you practice enough,
something module.
you learn what to expect. The fear comes from something unexpected happening, like forgetting your words.
Something module. Something module. Something module.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor, an actor, an actor, an actor.
I have tried to always know my lines.
And here we do a lot of our medical experiments. Our medical experiments. Our medical experiments.
For medical research.
Our medical experiments.
For medical research.
Our medical experiments.
An actor, an actor, an actor.
I have tried to always know my lines.
It's one of the biggest modules. It's nice, it's clean, it's roomy.
Still the tidiest, largest.
And it is always the quietest and cleanest place.
It's clean, it's roomy.
My lines, my lines, my lines.
Still the tidiest, largest
and cleanest place.
It's clean.
We have all of our press events right there.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor.
I have tried to always know my lines.
Is stowage. You see, everywhere the room is used. So we have behind all these straps, we have stowage that goes 3 layers deep.
You see soft stowage, Japanese style, with the straps up there.
Is stowage.
Soft stowage.
Behind all these straps, we have stowage that go.
The straps up there.
In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines. In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines.
Hey, know what I mean? Know what I mean? That's nuts. Know what I mean? Say no more. Know what I mean?
Neil, you were. I remember singing. Neil, you were. I remember singing. Neil, you were. I don't remember singing.
Hey, know what I mean? Know what I mean? That's nuts. Say no more.
Neil, you were. I don't remember singing. Neil, you were.
In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines.
Here on the floor of the SM, there's a lot of different windows.
It also has great windows right down.
There's a lot of different windows.
Great windows right down.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor.
And what I'm scared most of is to be struck dumb on stage. And so I spent almost my entire adult life making sure that I knew my lines. Something module.
Actually, I think I said the last one was Node 1. That was actually Node 2 back there.
I have tried to always know my lines.
Then we get to the other interesting exercise device, which is ARED.
Another piece of exercise device. This is what we call the ARED.
It's for weightlifting.
You can lift weights.
Hey, know what I mean? That's nuts. Say no more.
So let's slow it down.
I'm coming down. Woo! It has controls to fly in visiting spacecraft.
This is a place for visiting cargo ships.
I spent almost my entire adult life making sure that I knew my lines.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor, an actor, an actor.
Okay, Chris, that's going to be our last question. I think your break is over. It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today.
Hey, know what I mean? Know what I mean? That's nuts. Know what I mean? Say no more. Know what I mean?
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today. It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today. It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today.
You know why I wanna
place of sandwiches, we had to substitute for bread. So we decided to use tortillas. But why?
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today. It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today.
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today. I know you got a lot to do today. I know you got a lot to do today. I know you got a lot to do today.
What? Hey? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? That's nuts. Know what I mean? Say them all. Know what I mean?
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today.
In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines.
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today. I know you got a lot to do today. I know you got a lot to do today.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor.
Hey everybody, welcome to the space station and to the cupola. Favorite place to watch the world, take pictures of our planet, and play a little music.
It's time for you to get back to work. I know you got a lot to do today.
And that is how you get a haircut in space.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor.
I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the sonar curler what stars we could see. I don't remember seeing any.
The sky is almost white with the light of the universe, with the uncountable number of stars. But it has a lot of variation to it, even just with the naked eye.
I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the sonar curler what stars we could see. I don't remember seeing any.
But it has a lot of variation to it, even just with the naked eye.
So water is also very dangerous on the space station because we have a lot of electricity. So we need to be very careful not to spill it.
Because I know you have kids at home. How do you stay close to your kids? Oh, wow.
Also very dangerous on the space station because we have a lot of electricity. So water is also very dangerous on the space station because we have a lot of electricity. So we need to be very careful not to spill it.
Hey, know what I mean? That's nuts. Say them all.
Thank you, everyone.
He's one of the guys who lives here. So he's, I guess, our host. Say hi, Mike.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing, Bill? This is Tom from California.
Good. Hi, Tom.
Yeah, you're talking about things that are total BS. And
Yeah, what are you hearing around there?
what am I hearing? How about this next Mars space mission?
What about it?
Here, there, a few years ago, they said they launched a satellite to Mars, and it was going to take 10 years to get there. Now, all of a sudden, we launched one this month, and it's going to take 8 months to get there.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, they're well, I just wanted to bring up that Mars mission because I find that just a total crock of bull.
Oh, they're building you up to tell you there used to be a civilization on Mars and it came here or it went somewhere else or something. And there's living, thinking things out in space, and they're far superior to us in technology and intelligence. That represents a danger. So all humanity must come together as one to oppose this threat, and you must be willing to sacrifice like they did in World War I and II in order to prepare to do battle with these things from space. And you can hear Art Bell right now scaring the hell out of everybody. There's a giant spherical thing accompanying the Hale-Bopp comet, and it's bigger than the Earth, and it's hollow, and there's signals coming from it.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I need a good laugh, I turn on it. It's excellent. I've begun to wonder about the whole space program. I seriously think that there's probably a lot of people working, making what they believe is machinery that's going to be sent into outer space.
And then it never goes anywhere.
No, the company's actually owned by the government, and money's funneled into some black budget operation.
Hey, you're right on the money, my friend. The Apollo space program was the biggest fraud in the history of the world, besides this UFO thing. And they may have gone to the moon, but they sure didn't do it with the Apollo spacecraft or those suits that they were wearing or any of that other stuff.
Almost definitely. And I noticed something on the news just the other day when they were showing a flick up in space, and they were saying that the astronauts were having a hard time opening the space hatch. Well, this pre-hatch opened, and when it fell, I noticed it ripple and wrinkle like it was made out of plastic. I just wonder which Disney studio they're filming that in.
I don't know.
Okay, Bill, have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Very astute and observant young man there. What kind of BS baloney crap is going around in your neighborhood?
It is inherently dangerous to allow a country such as Iraq to retain weapons of mass destruction, particularly in the light of its past aggressive behavior.
That's right.
If the world community fails to...
And so I spent almost my entire adult life making sure that I knew my lines.
You've poised that perfectly as an actor.